Good morning, brothers and sisters. We carry on with Heavenly Tribe Hoondok, Chapter 2. Heavenly Parents' Ideal Created the World, Section 6. Heavenly Parents' Ideal World and Cheon, the Theory and Reality of Cheon through Parents' Words. God's vision of the ideal of creation included the kingdom of heaven in the spirit world, but he created all things because he wished for a concrete kingdom of heaven in the physical world where he personally could reside. In other words, God created the world and everything in it to experience the glory of both the spiritual and the physical kingdom of heaven, with himself and Adam and Eve as the center. He did not plan on establishing the kingdom of heaven in heaven and on earth just for himself. He created them for humankind as well. God's purpose for creating heaven and earth was so that human beings could live in the kingdom of heaven on earth and afterward in the eternal world of the kingdom of heaven in heaven, centering on Adam and Eve. The Chinese character for heaven, Cheon, is formed by combining the character for two and people. Thus, Cheon means the nation where two people, Adam and Eve, become one with each other horizontally and become one with God vertically. From that point, sons and daughters appear. Cheon is a place where parents and children, husband and wife, and brother and sister become one. God dwells in each family where two people become one. Hence, two people in a parent-child relationship, which is a vertical relationship, have to completely become one. The same is true for two people in a husband-wife relationship, which is a right-left relationship, and in a relationship between older and younger siblings, which is a front and back relationship. Those who live for the sake of others bring such a unity, whereas those who ask others to live for them will fall by the wayside. Sharing thoughts. A certain woman prayed fervently, "Heavenly Parent, please bring me to the kingdom of heaven where you are." So after an angel appeared and declared before vanishing, "Heavenly Parent has heard your prayer and said, I will gladly answer your prayer, but I will just like to see you neatly organize your garden where you are living." The woman diligently cut the grass and trimmed the bushes before praying again, "Heavenly Parent, would you call me now?" This time an angel replied, "Plant trees in your village to create shade and have people rest in the shade." The woman then planted trees along the road of the village and began planting beautiful flowers around them. Once again the woman desperately pleaded to Heavenly Parent. Her plea, "Now would you call me?" was met with yes. "You have worked hard, but there is a beggar standing at your door, and look at your family members." So the woman fed the beggars a hearty meal and worked hard to serve and love her family until they were thoroughly satisfied. Then once again she prayed, "Heavenly Parent, is this enough?" Just then an angel took her by hand and they went up a hill. The angel said, "Here, look down this hill. How does your village look?" The village that the woman saw was heaven itself. The trees the woman had planted had become a beautiful forest. The poor people passing by praising her, and her family did not want to leave her embrace. There were lovable people and a beautiful garden before her. You have heard the word heaven many times, haven't you? You probably have heard the phrase die and go to heaven many times too. What should one do to be able to get into such a place as heaven? Is heaven a place to go only after death? No, it is not. Unless heaven is attained on earth, it does not exist in the spirit world either. If Adam and Eve, who were created in the image of Heavenly Parent, had not fallen, but instead had attained oneness with Heavenly Parent through love, the kingdom of heaven will have been established upon the earth. Heaven is not a conceptual land of clouds that exists in a far-off place. When the love of Heavenly Parent is put into practice on earth, the moment of experiencing joy is the very moment that one experiences heaven. You probably have experienced true joy welling up from deep within when you have given love for the sake of others. That joy is not experienced by you alone, but rather the joy is experienced together with Heavenly Parent. Have you ever experienced loving Heavenly Parent with all your heart, Chongsong and will, and showing love to your neighbors? Such an action transcends the realm of material things and includes every aspect of your very being, time, talent, everything. If you experience enough moments of giving and receiving love, you can experience heaven while living on earth. People who have experienced heaven on earth by living this way can live naturally in the kingdom of heaven when they go to the spirit world. The kingdom of heaven and spirit world is a world that connects to eternity by transcending time and space, and the experience of heaven on earth. After shedding our earthly body and entering the spirit world, we will find that it is a world where we live and breathe in the air of true love. Those who have thoroughly felt the joy of true love by experiencing the heart of Heavenly Parent while on earth will be able to savor the air of true love in the spirit world, and intoxicated by such an aroma will be able to enjoy eternal happiness and joy. As you can see, the essence of heaven is love. However, love cannot be achieved alone. Only when a subject partner and an object partner engage in give and take for the sake of the other can love be experienced for the first time. People live lives that consist of forming various types of relationships. In the family, they form parent-child relationships, and husband and wife relationship, and sibling relationships, and based on that they form relationship in work, school, and church. When we plant the love of Heavenly Parent in all relationships and share that love and joy with others, heaven slowly will reveal itself to us. The meaning of the term Cheon is right here. It means a nation where two people have become one. starting with the mineral, plant, and animal kingdom. The entire human work consists of pairs to sing the language of love of Heavenly Parent. The world where all such pairs become one should love, true love, is Cheon. The source of love, Heavenly Parent, hopes to arrive safely in that kind of world of Cheon and live together with us. Points of contemplation. If Cheon is a world where two people become one, think about the meaning of the two people. Then think about the meaning of becoming one. Finally, contemplate the way in which two people can truly become one. Two, let's think about what the following means. One must experience heaven on earth to be able to experience heaven in the spirit world. Because of parents become to understand the secrets of heaven. Become to understand what truly kingdom of heaven means. Jesus Christ said 2000 years ago, but people was not ready to receive his message, and they didn't grasp it. And even us, coming to live and breathe under the same sky with beloved parents, we are still far away to truly understand Heavenly Mom and Dad and true parents' heart. If you were, then would not be such a strife and tribulation in our church. There will not be people of looking for control and misuse the power, and it so shows such a little heart and love. Yet we know, because of true parents and because of such an incredible blessing that true parents give to us, Cheon is built by us, inside of us, then in the relationship with the surrounding, with the people, in the small thing, not in the big. It's beautiful, this sharing thoughts with this woman, that she wants to see heaven and she wants to go in heaven, but she built it herself. And that's beautiful, because we cannot expect somebody else to build kingdom of heaven, but we have to build it with our own hands. And I'm just many times wondering, because I'm still like a baby in front of Heavenly Mom and Dad, in front of true parents. We still pray that God to come to guide us and lead us, instead of us taking charge and responsibility. As a Hoondok owner, we are supposed to take action with the confidence that what we do together with God. Two people become one. When we drop out all the egos, all the pride, all the titles, and we just naturally and truly give with love and joy, we can create unity, not based on fears, not based on ego, not based on status, but based on love. And true love, it's what God looked for and what we are looking for too. That is joy. Please have your own contemplation regarding such a wonderful message coming from our beloved parents, and I truly wish you a beautiful and blessed day. Yeah, bye.